a lot of news on TVs about market crash. Everybody is scared and trying to figure out what to do. So just want to share my experience and make a short comparison between crypto market and the traditional market. So as we can see right now, there's a small dip, right? That's kind of deep, which is big for the stock market. Usually for crypto market, this is something normal. The crypto market can just go like 20% in one day. Okay, so I'm used to see this kind of volatility in crypto market. So for me, I feel comfortable. I'm not scared for like a 5-10% in on stock market. So but for that, this is a pretty good deal for to get into the market. So how do you guys prepare before you get into the stock market? So how do you feel comfortable when the stock market goes down? I think before you get ready to invest, you have to be prepared first. Okay, that's something you have to keep in mind, and that's how will help you to stay away from panic selling and all this stuff. Okay, so I follow 3 rules, right, which really helps me and feel comfortable. I have a strong emergency fund. Okay, uh, have a strong emergency fund. This is very important. That's how you will keep living from the fund just in case something is going on. Number 2, continue to invest consistently. If you are able to invest consistently, please keep continuing investing consistently. This is when you're gonna get a big result at the end of this market correction. Number 3, don't try to time the market. Okay, you see this excuse me, you see a big dip right here, and say no, I'm not gonna buy anything. I wait till it goes to over here, or till I don't buy Tesla. I will buy Tesla when go to $500 or $400, and it never goes to $500. It go back to $2,000. Just an example. Okay, so that's how you can miss your opportunity to get at the lower price. Let's say as an example, you buy Tesla today, right? Tomorrow goes again like $50. You get again some dollars, a smaller portion. So that's how you gonna find the bottom. You don't wait until you find, because nobody knows. So let's go over the 3 rules that I follow. That's how I'm prepared for the crypto market, and now I use it also for the traditional market. The stock market has experienced an unforgettable year. Okay, so after dropping more than 60-80% in March, last March, the of the value in just a matter of weeks during the pandemic stuff. Uh, it was pretty crazy and scary. Okay, so this is where the March right here. This was a big dip. It's a V-shaped recovery. So number 1, have a good strong of emergency fund. Okay, this is what I mean. What I mean by emergency fund, just some money for anything what can happen. Okay, so always I like to have about 6 months of my expenses plus 50% on top of my saving. As an example of this, just in case I'm faced with some unexpected expenses, right? Your car gets broke, or another something can be happen, which is very likely. I may lose my job. Okay, so as an example, let's say your rent is 1,500. Uh, your utilities are about $500. Let's make this math easy. Your car payment and gas for a month, you use about $500, and for food you use about, let's say, $500. So you come out with total expenses for about $3,000. Okay, $3,000 for a month. Per month you need to just to keep you alive and moving. Okay, so you $3,000, you multiply by 6 months, and you get $18,000, and you're also adding 50% more on top of all those $18,000, which will be 9K more on top. So you need to have, well, let's say at least you need to have $18,000. If you cannot add a 50% more, or you feel comfortable and confident in the job you do and the income it comes, then you should be good with just $18,000 on your emergency fund. So the rest of the money you invest or you save and wait for another opportunities to invest in something. But during the periods of market volatility, like just something like this, like what happened last year, and a small dip correction this year again, it's important to have some saving set aside. Okay, you never know when unexpected expenses will arise, and I prefer to play it safe and to avoid and so that's a good way to avoid to sell any stocks from portfolio. Without an emergency funds, it might have to pull you pull the money out from your stocks and sell it and cover some expenses. So in my case, if I wouldn't have been ready to for a market for a for a crypto crash 2019, I supposed to sell my Bitcoin to pay my expenses. But this didn't happen to me. I was prepared. So when you're ready for anything, you will be much stronger. And if market price had been at the bottom when you sold it, then you lose most of the money. That could have a disastrous effect on my investment. So this is something you don't want to do. Never panic to sell your investments. Don't be controlled by your emotions. Okay, I don't know. This is something you have to prepare before you reach into to those days. So if you own a house, just let's make an example. You own a house, and the price of the house in a few months drop like 20% or 40%. You're not gonna sell the house, okay? You still gonna keep the house. Would you sell the house if your price of the house goes down? No, you're not. You still live in the same house, okay? So this is an example of about when you pick some good company stuff. Pick some good stocks from very good companies. When they go down, you don't sell them at a loss, okay? You still keeping them. This is something very important. You don't sell your house when the price drops, right? You still keep in the house because you know the real value of the house. So there's something you have to be prepared. Continue to invest consistently. So anytime the market drops, just keep investing, no matter what the market does. I plan to continue investing consistently. I have my investment set up so they automatically transfer like a 20% from my paycheck. That's how I do it. Yeah, that's a pretty true story of my case. So 20% from my paycheck it goes directly into the investments. Okay, so that's I set up this stuff automatically, transfer 20% from my paycheck to my retirement accounts every 2 weeks. Okay, so even if the market crashes or the market is an all-time high, I still keep investing. So I found this really preventing me from spending and invest more. So my paycheck is always 20% short. It doesn't matter what happened at the moment when I'm getting my paycheck. I have to live on 20% short from my income. So I'm going to keep investing as usual. This really worked for me. This is something may not work for everybody, but it's really good for me. So I like this strategy because I'm a long-term investor. It will be decades before I will try to pull up the money and retire. So even if my investments lose value during the markets crash, I have plenty of time to let them recover. I also invest in index funds. I also invest in mutual funds. So there's a good chance all those markets will recover. So right now it's pretty much there's not a safe place to keep your money. As you see, it's everywhere. It's red. Everywhere everything is going down. So how do you guys think to make money if you gonna panic and sell your stuff? You buy high and sell low. That's not how those things works. Okay. So you have to understand anywhere you put your money, it's gonna lose some value for a short term and they go back up. Because even if you keep your cash, that's still cash. I see cash as a melting cube of ice because inflation is gonna kill your money in the next future years because inflation is coming and it may come much faster than we think. So when the market goes down, the prices are lower. Okay, as we see right now, we got a small kind of dip today, and I dropped some money today. I got some pretty good stocks and a really good deal. So the stock market is essentially on its own sale right now, and you can get great investment at a good discount. And this is when I start unloading my cash into the stock market when I went over here. This is the March. This is March 2020. As we see over here, I start unloading my cash over here. So I start buying stocks and investing money in the stock market in March 2020. I was kind of between buying a house. So in this period of time, March, April, May, I was thinking to buy a house. Okay, I was between buying a house or invest in stock market. Since the stock market, it was on Black Friday this time. I've never seen a deep such a big deep in a stock market because I was 100% on in crypto market. So I didn't really follow stock market before, but when I saw this opportunity, I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't miss this opportunity. Okay, I have to do something to make the most of my money. So I made the decision, right? I've seen the stock market was on sale. It was like a Black Friday. I've seen this one. This is maybe I was seeing this as a once in a lifetime opportunity. For most of the people, 2020 was the worst year financially, but for me, 2020 and 2021, I see as a good decision. It's the best year I ever had and continue to be. For example, since I'm in aviation industry, I got loaded with most of the airline stocks because they got hit very, very hard. Like everybody knows that all the stocks, travel stocks, everything about travel pretty much they got hit hard. So it was a good choice to get in at that time. For example, I got into Boeing at $140. I got into the American Airline at $11. I got into Delta at $28. So those kind of that's just a few types of stocks that I got in. The market this market make a remarkable recover. Okay, and the end of the year like crazy at all time high. So right now we are in March 2021. Yeah, the market has continued to climb higher and higher, and most of my investments are double, are almost doubled, which was a good decision not to buy a house for me yet. Okay, in the short term, and of course I want to buy a house, but I've seen this opportunity as a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I was like, I can't miss this opportunity, okay? I don't know what's gonna happen, but I have to get in the stock market now when it's a good deal. This was one of the best time to get into the stock market. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe it's gonna be a big dip over here. We don't know. But all I know, but I'm gonna still keep investing consistently. So another stuff, okay? People are trying to time the market, and this is a real situation. It happened to me with Boeing. I got into Boeing at $140. That was my case. I was watching Boeing stock at $90 and I didn't buy it. I was like, I put my sell limit to buy Boeing stock at $80. I never catch $80 limit. So the Boeing stock started going up again, and just for $10 less, I was trying to get it from $80. I didn't get it. I supposed to buy it $90. So this is an example of trying to time the market. So I lost. The best opportunity for Boeing at $80, at $90. Sorry. So I just decided, you know what, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm just keep buying anytime I feel comfortable. So timing the market means trying to buy and sell stocks at just the right moment. Okay, so to make some profits. Sounds pretty easy and very nice, but in a real life, this is very kind of this is almost how to explain myself, impossible. Okay, it's impossible to time the market because nobody can predict exactly when the stock's price will rise, when the stock will fall. So some talented market forecaster can make some solid guess like what's gonna happen, but you never know what's gonna happen. They are most of the time they're wrong than right. So for this reason, I never attempt to time the market. I continue investing each week, regardless of what happens in the market. If the market takes a turn to the worst, I just remind myself that this will be eventually a recover soon. Okay, so I'm not afraid what's gonna happen because all my money I invest right now, I invest for like 5, 10, 20 years, maybe more. Okay, so I'm not afraid. Um, yeah, and if you kind of feel, and if you are an emotional guy, you feel emotion when stock market goes down, don't look into your balance. Okay, it really it helps me before when I was on crypto and Bitcoin investment. When my Bitcoin dropped like 90% down, 80% down, it's almost zero. Okay, so don't watch your investment. If you, I was deleting my brokerage app from my phone, so I would not see what's going on. If you wanna buy more, but don't look at your total account. Okay, because that's something it may help you. I don't know. For me, it works. So it's up to you. But I hope you guys learn something from this lesson, because regardless of whether the stock market crashes in 2021 or not, nobody knows. But I like to be prepared just in case by making sure my finances are ready for anything. Okay, so you can be in much good position if something happens. So some investors believe that this upward right here, it's a big upward, right? It's unsustainable. Okay, and everybody said that, and even you see that a lot of jobs are lost and the market goes up. So they say this is unsustainable, but while it's impossible to predict the market for sure what the future will bring the stock market into, it's good to be ready for anything. You have a great day and make good decision before you buy, and be prepared for anything. Thank you very much. If you like this video, if it's something that you guys found useful, please like and subscribe. I have to say this every time, but I keep forgetting. Like and subscribe and smash the like button. Let's say that.